Everyone, this is Caroline Gerhardt, morning anchor and investigative reporter with WTVY News 4. Thanks so much for joining us this morning for the press conference that we're going to get to in just a minute as soon as they get started. First, I want to give you a little bit of a recap on the breaking news that we had on this case this morning. Police do believe that the arrest of a Dothan man this morning solves the cold case murder of his wife, Sharon Marie Mills, which dates back more than 20 years. Now, the suspect that you're seeing on your screen right now is 69-year-old Dwight Mills, who Dothan police took into custody early this morning. Investigators believe Sharon Mills died on Christmas Eve 2001, though authorities did not locate her body in Holmes County, Florida until weeks later. Previous reports indicate disagreements between Alabama and Florida authorities about who should handle this case. Now, it looks like they are getting ready to get started on this press conference. We're expecting to hear from Sharon's daughter and a representative from Wiregrass Angel House. We're going to send it over to them right now.
Executive Director, today is an extraordinary for a family that's been waiting 22 years for answers in their mother's case. Today, Dwight Mills was arrested in connection with the murder of their mother, Sharon Mills. We'd like to take this time to especially thank the Dothan Police Department, Chief Will Benning, Major Will Glover, Captain Jason Penn of CID, Lieutenant Robert Hall, Sergeant David Saxon, and especially Detective Terry Nelson. I stand before you with immense gratitude and admiration for their unwavering dedication and commitment to justice, which has brought this case to fruition. Their relentless efforts and perseverance serve as a beacon of hope and remind survivors their invaluable role in ensuing safety and upholding the principles of justice. We want to thank them for their service and bringing resolution and embodying the true essence of protecting in our society. I'd like to now introduce the daughter, Miss Angel Falk, the daughter of Sharon Mills.
Thank you all for being here today. Thanks for those watching. This is a day we've been praying for 22 years. 22 years. And I know there's other families out there who are waiting and praying. And my heart is with you, and I want to encourage you to never give up. And so many people have asked me, how did this happen? What came to be? So I thought I'd share a little bit about that. And then, of course, so when this all happened, I can't get into the case, we know that. We knew, I'll just say we knew. But last year, I won't go into why, nothing was done, but last year, something else came up, and it really hurt my heart. And so I called this beautiful lady, and we started calling, emailing. We just didn't give up. And that's the main lesson today, is never give up. And thank God for the people lined up that he put to solve this, especially Detective Terry Nelson. I just can't give enough shout-outs to him. And everyone there, all the men and women who God put in place. We just have to trust it's his timing. I don't understand why, because I would have rather been here in 2002. But my mom was my best friend. She had me at 17, and we were more like sisters. And we always said we had an invisible umbilical cord. You know, we always just knew what was going on. And when I was in my 20s, unfortunately, my father left her in the marriage, and she honestly could not cope. And we went through a lot of struggles, and we would get her better and then worse. And she met Dwight, and then we all know what happened. So we're so grateful that finally some resolution, and to honor her and say she mattered. That's the worst part, when there's no justice. It's as if saying, and I see the other victims here shaking their heads, it's as if saying my loved one didn't matter, and she did. She was everything. But thanks to everyone who's been involved, and I want to say this woman is here because of her mother, Joyce Miller. And when I was making the phone calls in the beginning and I just could not get anybody to do the work, someone said, you need Joyce Miller. She was in Montgomery, Alabama, which is where I lived. I was born and raised. And I go to her office, and her office is surrounded with angels. She collected angels. My mom collected angels. And she said when I was born, I was her angel. And that's what I want to be. Angel means messenger. And I want to be that messenger of hope, to never give up. And I trust God. I never wavered. And you know, all through Psalms, if you love the Bible, read Psalms, because God reminds us over and over, He's a God of justice, truth, and justice. And you have to stand on that and never quit believing. And also, a verse many of us are familiar with, faith without works is dead. You can believe all day long, but you've got to work. You've got to believe for it. You've got to do it. And I like to pick a word for the year. My word this year is believe and prepare. If you really believe something, prepare. Keep believing. God will put the right people there. And I don't understand why things happen the way they do, but we just never give up. That's what we do. So I hope this brings some inspiration to you. My mom was the most compassionate soul. She loved dogs. I love what we're doing here at the Angel House with the dogs helping, and this beautiful garden dedicated to Joyce, who's changed so many lives here at the Angel House. We are just so grateful that my mama's picture is in the hallway with all the precious victims. And if you're a victim, you're not alone. There are people who care and love you, and they'll help you. Just reach out and ask. Keep praying, keep believing, and thank you guys for remembering my sweet mama. And I hope I am her angel today, and I just want to be that for anybody who needs support. Thank you guys.
One question, Ms. Linderman. Tomorrow is the 20th celebration, the 20th anniversary of Angel House. So does this today signify 20 years of what you've worked for?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's no word to describe for a family member waiting this long. And so to be able to be honored to stand beside her and watch this come to fruition. And I won't say close because there is no closure, but it is a wonderful feeling to be at the beginning of this and now see the ending of this part, but the journey starting into the criminal justice system. Thank y'all so much for coming.
Incredibly powerful words from the Wiregrass Angel House there. We're just going to do a really quick recap of what we just heard Angel and Shelly from the Wiregrass Angel House say. You know, of course, a lot of thanks go through something like this. They thank the Dothan Police Department, Chief Benny, all of their hard work that went in to making this arrest in this cold case of over 20 years. And of course, this family has been praying for this for all of those years. So today, like Miss Shelly just said, there's never really closure, but today is definitely a day where everything has come to fruition for this family. Now, our Ken Curtis was there, and you might have heard him ask at the end about the 20th anniversary of the Wiregrass Angel House and how this signifies what a huge impact they've had on the people's, these victims' families' lives in bringing them some peace of mind at the end of their journeys. And she said she is incredibly proud to be a part of that and all of the work that they have done. We will continue to keep you updated on this case on air and online as we learn more information. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us at the News 4 Now desk. I'm Caroline Gerhart.